Hey, hello everybody. My name is Dahlia and welcome to my English classroom once again. I hope you all are doing well and I'm very good. Well, in this video, I'm gonna teach you a very interesting lesson, and that is how to change a sentence from affirmative to negative and interrogative sentence. I often notice that a lot of students face a lot of troubles while changing a sentence from affirmative to negative and interrogative. So, today I have decided to work on this lesson so that you all can understand how to change a sentence from affirmative to negative and interrogative. So, the lesson is going to be very much informative and learnable. Now, without further delay, let's get started. Before starting the lesson, I would like to ask a question to all of you about affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentence. What is affirmative sentence? Let me tell you, if you don't know, I would like to remind to all of you. Affirmative sentence means the sentence which says something which is literally valid or true. Okay? And what is negative? Negative sentence means when a reply comes, a reply has to be like no or negative or not. Okay, clear? And what is interrogative? Interrogative means asking a question. Okay, is it clear to everybody? Okay, all right. Now look at the sentence. The child play football. I'm pretty sure that you all are able to understand that it is affirmative sentence. Why? Because it is valid. Okay? Now, while you are changing a sentence from affirmative to negative and interrogative, in that situation, what you have to do. First of all, the first rule is that while you are trying to change a sentence from affirmative to negative or interrogative, first of all, you have to identify the tense. It's always very important. People often say that everybody says that tense is very important. Tenses are really very important to learn English language. Yes, it's really very important. Whatever you are learning, whatever lesson of grammar you are learning, tense is always related to each and every single lesson. Even when you are changing a sentence from affirmative to negative or interrogative, in that situation, also you have to figure out what type of tense it is. Is it present tense, past tense, or future tense? Why is it important to figure out the tense? It's always very important because every tense has different structures of affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Okay, got it? So, once you are able to understand, once you are able to recognize that which tense it is, it would be much easier for you to change the sentence from affirmative to negative and interrogative. Does it make any sense? Right? Yes. Okay. Now, look at the sentence. Which tense it is? How can you figure out? Look at the verb. When you are focusing on a sentence, try to find out the verb, which is the verb of the sentence. If you are quite strong about recognize the verb of a sentence, that would be easier for you to identify which tense it is. Okay. So if you look at this sentence, so basically what is verb here? Of course, play, right? Play is verb, right? And I have written plays. Why? Because the child is third person singular number. And now tell me for which tense we use is or is with the main verb of affirmative sentence. Of course, simple present tense. Right. So Now it would be easier for you to understand that it will be simple present tense. Okay, right? So that's why I'm telling you, while you are changing a sentence from affirmative to negative or interrogative, it's very important to figure out the tense. Very, very, very much important. That is going to be very much helpful for you to solve the question. Okay, so now it's clear to all of you that it's simple present tense. Now what is the structure of negative form of simple present tense? That is very important. Once you are able to understand that, okay, this is simple present tense or past tense or future tense, whatever, then you have to follow the structure. So what is the structure of negative sentence of simple present tense? Let me write down here. First, subject plus auxiliary verb, do or does, according to the subject. Why according to the subject? Because if the subject is third person singular number, always we have to use does. But if the subject is I, you, we, or any plural, then always we have to use just do. Okay? Plus, not, plus verb first form like present form, okay, plus object or rest of the part of the sentence. So is it clear to everybody? So this is the structure of negative sentence of simple present tense. So now it would be much easier for you to change the sentence as a negative form. Okay, so now what should be the negative structure of this sentence? Look at here. The child. The child is singular or plural? Of course, third person singular number. Okay, so that's why it will be does, right? And then not. And I told that present form of the main verb, that means first form. So play. And object or rest of the part of the sentence. Okay, clear? So what is happening here? I have just followed the negative structure of simple present tense. Why? Because I know that the sentence is simple present tense. Is it clear to everybody? See, it's very easy, isn't it? Now, if you have to change the sentence from affirmative to interrogative sentence, what you have to do? The same thing, just think about the interrogative structure of simple present tense. Why? Because the sentence is in the simple present tense. Okay, let me write down here. So, what is the structure of interrogative form of simple present tense? I told many times on my previous videos that for interrogative sentences, whenever you are trying to make interrogative sentences, always auxiliary verb will come first. Okay, so first, do or does plus subject plus present form of the main verb plus object or rest of the part of the sentence and question mark. Okay, so this is the interrogative structure of simple present tense. Now if you follow the structure, and it would be much easier for you to change the sentence from affirmative to interrogative, isn't it? So look at here. The child is third person singular number, right? It's not plural, it's singular. Okay, so what we have to do? Does. We have to use does, right? Does, then subject. What is subject here in this sentence? The child is subject, okay? So, does the child, then present form of the main verb, play football? Does the child play football? See, it's very easy, isn't it? Let me tell you one more thing, that while you are changing sentence from affirmative to negative, if the tense is simple present, then only use a service with the auxiliary verb, not with the main verb. But if the sentence is affirmative, then we have to use a service with the main verb. But if the sentence is affirmative, negative or interrogative, we have to use a service with the auxiliary verb, not with the main verb, because we cannot use is or we's together with auxiliary verbs and main verbs. Not possible. Okay, is it clear? Alright, I hope the lesson is pretty clear to everybody. And now I would like to suggest to all the students who are facing trouble of solving this type of questions, please keep practicing. Practice is the only key to improve our skills. Keep practicing, keep hard working. Very important. Alright, see you on the next video. Bye-bye.